Techno update. Subscribe now.
Samsung Galaxy S8. Under the stunning body is a serious amount of power, although where you live in the world will determine the system on chip, at the heart of the device. Brits, and those in Europe and Asia, will get Samsung's own Exynos 8895 chipset, while folk in the USA will get a device with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. Whichever CPU you end up with is unlikely to make a huge difference on performance. But considering I've so far used only the Exynos version, I can't say too much about the 835. Both are the fastest CPUs out there, built using a 10nm production process for improved efficiency. There's 4GB of RAM, any more is basically pointless for a phone at this stage, and it has a roomy 64GB of internal storage with support for up to 256GB microSD cards. During my time with the Galaxy S8, I can't say that it's been noticeably faster than a Snapdragon 821 device such as the Pixel XL or LG G6. However, the latest processors do add in a few features that are aiming to future-proof devices such as this. Software used to be one of Samsung's weaknesses, and although far from being one of the company's strengths in the S8, improvements are clear to see. In fact, the software layer on top of Android 7.0 is good-looking and functional. Icons are more mature, and the on-screen buttons, a first for a Samsung S-series phone, are angular and edgy. I'm particularly a fan of the haptic feedback you get when you push the virtual home button, which can be accessed even when the display is off. The stark white color scheme is clean and crisp, and all of Samsung's native apps have adapted that look. Google Assistant is on board, although there's no Daydream support, since that sort of clashes with the newly updated Gear VR and its snazzy motion controller. The biggest software addition for the Galaxy S8 is Bixby, Samsung's rival to Siri, and it's probably the biggest disappointment, too. This digital personal assistant pops up everywhere, plus there's a dedicated Bixby button on the side, so you don't need to call out an awkward phrase to get it going. The thing is, it feels half-baked and not quite ready yet. The S8 is a sizable improvement over the S7 in almost every area, but the camera has received the fewest upgrades, on paper, at least. There's no dual sensor system here, no wide-angle lens or variable aperture. Instead, there's a single 12-megapixel sensor behind a wide f/1.7 lens that uses the same dual-pixel tech as the S7. The only obvious addition is a new multi-frame image processor that takes 3 shots every single time you snap, reducing blur and leaving you with a sharper shot. But simply looking at the spec sheet reveals only half the story. The Galaxy S8, like the Google Pixel, shows it's as much about the optics and sensor as how the software and image signal processor, ISP, work together. The photos achieved by the Galaxy S8 are truly stunning, and it's a huge jump from the already excellent Galaxy S7.